output on YouTube. Come on. I see the live. Yes, let's go. And then now if I go run to the audio, honestly, I shouldn't even be saying the word. Apparently the word of a competitor is like illegal to Twitch. It's like a whole nother thing. Oh, interesting. So if I'm not live on vertical, it doesn't show on the phone. What a weird thing. Are they serious? Okay, I mean, okay, on me on the iPad, it's fine. So I'm going to trust that the iPad is fine. So that being said, what I wanted to do was finally get some more artwork done. Where's my glove? There it is. I had one day off before streaming, but I spent it only on drawing, which I can actually show a little bit of that drawing. So this isn't it. It is. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So I was working on this one the other day. I mean, you could tell that like definitely a lot of the practice helped. I plan to paint it since it's supposed to be my medium, and yeah, finally clean it up. So a lot of painting classes I have, so that'll be very interesting to go through. And everything else. But yeah, I was going through this one course in particular. I can't quite say the name, but oh, there it is. But it talked about how to help build your art style, and I realized from that course that a lot of the art style that um, people have are from experience and like stuff that they like, right? And they fuse it together to turn into this concoction that is their art style. Um, with also, well, it's like you have your art fundamentals, and then you have your experiences, likes and dislikes, and then there's your art style. And the experience comes with what I say. It includes trial and error, trying different things, and just overall what's the right word for this? I would say overall use of toolkits. So it means either making your own brush, trying different things on Clip Studio Paint, and the like. So that's what I see, because it's like, oh, and your color palette, like your color palette of choice. Like I started going through different skin tone color palettes, like down here. So I have like a bunch of dark skin tone, and I have a bunch of light skin tone, and then this one is supposed to be like your custom colors that you would normally like, that you're well known for. But I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about the whole colors that you're well known for, simply because um you can try a wide range of colors, hues, saturations, and variations. So that's debatable. Being said, um, I want to go back to continuing what I was working on before, um, and finally do more head practices, because it does help a lot and stuff to do head shapes, different head shapes, and um, understanding like the form of heads. So I'm pulling out the book right now, but I want to scroll down to the page so you don't have to see me scroll all the way down. But we're right here. So this, oh, this. So this definitely helped. This is gonna help a lot, because when I think about this muscles, light and shadow, it reminds me of um, where's the head? Where's the new infamous head that everybody is using for that? Oh, this is a good reference. I'll save it. I mean, I see one instance of the head, but I gotta be very careful about what I show on. Ah, that's what it's called. The Azaro head. It's funny, you can actually buy a sculpted version of the Azaro head, but I want to open the image in a new tab. Yeah, so this right here is the Azaro head, you know, and this helps because it is kind of true that like we have these like flat planes across our head and different parts of the face to show like this three-dimensional look, and then in many other art pieces they kind of just blend it all together in a rather unique way. Very basic, but this is a good way of you know showing how light and shadow reflects the head. So that's what we're going for with these head practices. So the idea is, funny enough, I might consider skipping this because I want to jump into more head and lighting, and I tried a bunch of new brushes too, so I was just like, oh, okay. um I found a bunch of them on the I went down the rabbit hole of the what you call it. Oh right, totally. I could totally do this. Oh man, that makes things like a billion times easier. Kinda, sort of. Actually, a little confusing. What is happening? Okay, I'm just gonna have to trust it. I now realize that I might need another monitor, and I'm not a fan of that because I don't have enough room. Um, well, whatever. But yeah, I went down the rabbit hole of the Clip Studio Asset Store and realized that there's way more stuff I could have used than the mechanical pencil. Um, so now I'm gonna use those. um, so let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely gonna jump into this. I mean, I'm gonna be off from stream Wednesday and Thursday, tomorrow and Thursday, and I'll be back. No, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Now, I don't know if I'll be streaming on Saturday because it's my best friend's birthday. On Saturday, so I may stream instead on Thursday. Compensate because I do want to keep the schedule. So we're definitely gonna have to see how that fares over time. So we'll definitely see. But yeah, I tried my with this artwork. I mean, I can kind of talk about it a little bit more. I tried to take a lot of the stuff that we or that I learned the other day here. Oh, get out of here. There we go. Scroll. Yeah. So yeah, I tried my best the other day, and I'm also trying to keep up with chat. I don't know, my OBS looks weird. You know, maybe I don't need this anymore. Until I can get the vertical done, I don't think I need that. Yes, I know I just called the dockable thingy. Okay. Sorry about that. My mouth. So I tried to use a lot of the stuff that we learned from the other head practices, from like thickness of neck to shading of the neck. It's a lot more detailed because I'm using knowledge I'm already aware of. Um, so this neck is a lot more pronounced or now more emphasized with the hash lines. I use the hash lines because it was easier than blending stuff in because I feel like I need to get better with color and gradient. So I think as I go with these anatomy studies, which I feel like I want to be a bit faster, but no rush. Honestly, I think it's completely fine if you take it slow, if it means that you'll get better. But a lot of the correct proportions from the ears, eyes, spacing between the eyes and the nose to the mouth. I would say that if I were to, and it's because it's also a bit of a crooked facial feature. I mean, I could try to straighten it out, but I don't think I'll be able to straighten it properly. That I feel like the face is a tad bit crooked, just a tad bit. But it is a kind of a hard pose working sideways, even if you like crooked the picture, it doesn't really matter at this point. And oh yeah, I am also have no music for me to listen to while I work, which is lame, but it's whatever. I'm trying something different. Also hoping that hoping that everything that I got set up works out, because it was a pain this whole time. What I noticed interestingly is that these hash marks are better than these hash marks because of how it curves across the ears, and this I was just kind of being book wild. But it's supposed to do the same thing, but it's initially supposed to be darker because the lighting choice, because apparently there are choices, is called the Rembrandt light, where Rembrandt has this particular way of doing his paintings where one side is light and then the other side is darker, except it has this particular triangle, so one half is like brighter than the other. So that's an interesting thing. I will say that because if I'm going to follow that same type of idea, this side needs to be progressively darker, which I will work on. I did this thing to help me kind of guide the lines. I even tried to make it darker, and I immediately didn't like it. This is why I would rather paint it over. Um, so I made these lines, these red marks, to indicate where to kind of map out where the shadows are gonna be. And so that's kind of what I did. I mapped out the shadows around the area, which helped a lot. Um, and then I kind of just expanded on it a little bit more. So there's that. So this was I really like how this went. I will say that the image is going to be bigger because I have larger dreads that stick out. Um, so definitely, but a lot of my I realized that with my art style or how I envision it going is very pseudo realistic and or pseudo realism. I call it pseudo realism, but it's just like has a realism esque to it rather than rather than like anything else I would normally do when like compared to like anime. Like funny enough, I feel like over the years of not drawing for a while and then coming back, my like art style has leaned towards more realism than anime. There's still some anime like styling, I will say. It still exists, but the way I see it, more I want more realism and stuff. So I got a lot of references, and yes, use references. Stop complaining. So long as your fundamentals exist, it doesn't matter. Um, but I got a lot of references and exercises too. Oh, okay. See some mistakes that I need to fix. But yeah, I got a lot of references, so I look forward to it. And again, more painting. Oil painting isn't to me as hard as digital painting, and that's why I'm always worried about it. But I learned about interesting stuff. I took like some time to study up on color theory. I even like pulled out one of the other books that I plan to go through in more depth. The Color and Light. Oh, what's happening? Oh, yeah. The Color and Light by James Gurney. This one, and I was reading it a little bit, and it did help. I have the book here to show. I want to show it to you guys. And it's funny. I went down the rabbit reference the whole rabbit hole for references and stuff and ideas and inspiration. And now I have like a bunch of more files. Fantastic. Here it is. Maybe I should make. Oh, wrong book. This is a book that we'll go through later, because I do want to learn animation for YouTube videos. Um, there it is. Oh, moved over here. Yeah, this is the book. I don't know why it opened in a wide view, but it's whatever. But yeah, this is a really good book. Teaches a lot, especially if we go in depth. Table of contents. You know a book is good when their table of contents is interesting. Um so yeah, so from like traditional stuff to figuring out sources of light to why did you do that? To light and form to elements of colors to paint and pigments. These three chapters, to be honest, I feel like has something to do with using gradient maps, then or like using just gradients, so black to white and stuff, the that type of thing, then adding color later on, which is a very interesting book. Um, so I think this is like pretty cool. I recommend this if you're trying to get into painting. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to dive into stuff while also checking out both streams audio so that I'm not losing my mind. Okay, cool. And then Twitch. Okay, it looks like everything's good. Uh, okay, now back to this. So, um, I'm just gonna jump right into it. To be honest, um, and we will go for here. Honestly, this it interests me the most, so we'll start working on this. So he says, uh, these are to show the anatomy of the head in its solid aspect or as forms of light and shadow. If you could draw from casts, it is recommended to do so. Many students skip the antique class, um, not realizing its true value. Its advantage is that the subjects remain fixed for careful study. It develops solidity and excellence for study of value. I suggest you make some careful freehand duplication of these drawings if you have no similar cast. So I don't have a similar cast unless I'm out here digging for some decrepit bodies. So yes, we're gonna draw from that. So um just get a little comfortable. I think it's just oh, I have my headphones. Oh, what was that? Must be going crazy. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. I will put one headphone on so that I can listen to music and enjoy myself. Hopefully, you guys don't hear it. Fantastic. I'll just put it low. Okay. So, I have so much stuff on this screen. It's straight up pissing me off. So, I'm going to use one of the things that I learned. Um, where is it? There it is. Add items, blah 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 blah. Uh, you know what? I don't think I learned much. This is ridiculous. I will have to move some stuff. there, one here. Um, what if I just pop this out? Nope, that does not help at all. I wish I could close it. Whatever. Okay. All right. Feeling okay. Feeling it. Okay. And I found these really interesting brushes when going through the asset store, and I love it the most. I love these the most because they're way better than what I was using prior. Um, it actually is a little inspiring because it does make me want to. It does make me want to make my own brushes. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, wait, no, it's fine. I just been learning some really interesting stuff about like um, head and eye positioning, and I'm just trying to make sure that I study this properly. Um, and just like really just getting all the separate shapes out the way. So that it helps. Yeah, just about. Yeah. And then how small is this? Oh, that's a tiny eraser. Yeah. And what was this again? Oh, I remember from last stream. Well, it happens. Oh, where am I? Okay. Honestly, gonna keep this layer. It has some uses. Hmm. Funny enough, this mannequin got a pretty narrow nose, so I'm just going to like emphasize the eyes and make my eye shape so that I know where I'm going with this. Actually, yeah, like so. You guys can't hear it, but I'm like listening to to some Final Fantasy. Love me some Final Fantasy. Hello, new person. Welcome to the chat. Just getting some of this art practice done. Just really trying to just get this form properly. It's not a it's a little bit difficult, but I'm getting there. Just gonna make some basic shapes. I see where I went wrong here. Actually, I think it's just easier if I just make a slit and then deal with it a little bit later. Honestly, really love this brush. I also plan to make some updates to chat and some bots because I feel like what's missing is um, a lack of interaction, and I think that's like something that I have to take care of as I go. Because it's you gotta think about a lot of stuff, so it's not as easy as I would want it to be. But I digress. Hmm. Honestly, the neck is such a unique shape, man. Like it's so crazy. And then of course the top of the top of the dome piece, you know, you gotta get that hairline. Yeah. So far so good. All right, and then now we can lower the opacity and take another crack at it. Definition. I'll try to be generous with the shading. That means, you know what? I'm gonna see what the oh oh okay. It's crazy. This is actually I mean, I know you gotta mess with these. You know what? To be honest, I don't feel like I need this. Because like look, I can just use the I can just do this. I mean, I do I really need the specific number at that point? It it does save so much room. Look at all the room now. Oh, fantastic. All right, now let's do some more. Hmm. Trying to really visualize it. It's interesting. It's like this is on its own plane, right? Hmm. And I think one of the other interesting things about this piece or this drawing that I'm doing is that my like Loomis, this isn't just like a drawing. He's also showing like how light it hits like the figure, so it isn't just solely a like just like your basic drawing that we were doing earlier. It feels a lot more what's the word, a lot more advanced. So I'm really trying to just, I might end up making like um another layer. This chin also needs to be like bigger, or at least just deeper. This is funny, very funny. I can see what the issue is. No, no. Really just try to get the form, because the way that I'm seeing it, and I might actually end up redoing a lot of this, so I'm gonna try this again. But let me explain, right? The shape of the head also follows like a particular um line, right? So things don't stick out. It kind of like stays a bit uniform. So you can try rocking this one more time. A lot better than before, I will say. Definitely a lot better than before. Crazy. Yeah, I need to sometimes I just need to like be quiet for like a couple of seconds. I don't think I'll ever understand how people could stream and talk at stream, draw, and talk at the same time. I think it's like that's some superhuman level elite ball knowledge. I have no idea. It's not my it's not me. I can't do it. I'm also just trying to keep up. And thank you for that one person who's still sticking around. Appreciate it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so the way I'm seeing things, I feel like I need to I feel like I need to stop sketching and start shading. I don't know. It's just something that I'm feeling as I'm going through this art piece. It feels like I should be. time. I have to constantly check to make sure that nothing's going crazy with streaming on both locations. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Then okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Now back to it. My neck a little weird. I should just bring the phone here. Now that I think about it, because I'm on my headphones, I can hear both streams without it hearing on the mic. All right, cool, nice. All right, I think I should start shading. All right, it's gonna be weird. Brush size, bigger brush density. Let me drop that. Let me see how it looks like. Oh. Sketch brush. No. Drafting pencil. No. Dark detail pencil. No. I like that rough grittiness, man. Like. But then it just kills my it just beats up my graphics when I go bigger. Oh, this is perfect. Just drop the brush density. Actually, no, up the brush density. A bit too much brush. And here's what's even crazier about this. When I turned off that whole that section full of all those buttons, those brushes, it makes no sense to have it when way in the corner they already let me change the size over here. What's the point? What's the point? Oh my goodness. All right. See, this pencil's amazing, but then it's like you can just keep going over it and over it, and it just gets darker and darker, and I actually don't like it. Unless you like keep your hand here. I mean, I have an idea. I do idea. Actually, no, I don't like it. Hmm. Should I go back to the mechanical pencil? No. After seeing newer pencils, I just feel like, I mean, they all do the same thing. Hmm. Wait. I'm thinking about this all wrong. Okay, check it. There we go. Now we can darken some parts. And then we could also rock the eraser, right? Oh, oh. Hmm. I don't know. It's just so much easier. I don't know. I feel like it's easier for me to just kind of like dive in like so. But I feel like the more I learn about Clip Studio Paint, the more I'll realize, oh no, I'm an idiot. And then find out that there are like much better ways to like do stuff like this. It's gonna be hilarious. Hmm. I'm just like doing the harsh shading that I see on, the image. So it may look a bit weird. And it's funny, I can't use Control Z when I'm doing this, so it's like not a good idea for me. Actually, I'll just cover this whole eye. we dive back in with the eraser because my neck a little itchy. Actually, I also need to do this. Just moving the lamp so that the camera can have a better view. Mm-hmm. I'm really just more I start to realize the more the way I'm doing it is I'm just blocking out the shading with some hard shadows, and then I'll try my hand at like blending things in. Yeah, I'll admit it, it's starting to get a little bit weird, and I think it's because of this overlapping action that's happening with this pen that I'm working with. Just testing something out real quick. Oh, just make it normal. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, my bad. Some stuff coming up that I needed to do. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? So I was noticing something interesting when it came to this art piece, and I feel like this is probably why it's very difficult to capture a bunch of stuff here. It's the fact that many of the shadows blend together, and that's what I feel like I failed to do was make sure that when I was working on the shadows they all blend, not all of them but like larger parts, like this part and this part supposed to be together, so this shouldn't be super dark, um and I want to fix that. So if only a kneaded eraser worked as good like that as it did with anything else I've ever used. That's straight up blasphemy there. And I think I know what I should be doing. Yeah, see, I don't make sure that when I'm selecting um I don't actually select the grayscale color, so it just ends up overlapping mainly because I don't do that. um okay. All right. Let me keep on hacking away at this. So this is also what I was referring to as well. Like, um, the eyedropper tool is high. Hmm. Hmm. That's gross. That's gross. I mean, this is okay. Another thing is that like there's a lot of these large light grayish um tones, and like here and like and here. Mm. Damn, this is tough. Why is it so tough? Dude. This is not easy. What the hell? Hmm. This is hard. Honestly, I fuck with the fact that it's hard. Can't get better unless you start doing harder stuff, man. I'm honestly. Yeah, I need to learn a lot more about like sketching on Clip Studio. That's for sure. Um, and like if I like, I'm gonna do a little bit of an observation here. Um, I mean, like, was I going for a one-to-one representation? Probably a little bit. I will say. Um, definitely be better. Um, a lot of hard shadings, a bit of too much blending where it doesn't need to be. Um, definitely a bit tough in that regard. So I'm gonna have to look at a lot more stuff for shading and just do more overall shading practice in forms and stuff. I mean, I know like your basic shadings, of course, are like square, circles, cones, right? Um, and they do help, but cylinders as well, because a lot of the stuff I see here can be broken down into a lot of different shapes. I would say like I would describe this part to be like cone-esque because of the way that it like curves in. And then you have your flat square, which is a gradient. Your lips as well. It's a cone. There's some cone action here. You know, flat. Right. This part as well. How it curves inward. I mean, let me scroll more. Um, this is just me breaking it down, but like it definitely curves in here. Um, this whole part actually connects. So you can see how I'm like breaking it down. It just makes it a whole lot easier for me to see like what's going on here. Um, that's why I've been doing the red marks with the other art piece. It just feels easier to do so. Um, and then this eye got me, right? This eye over here got me. We got like more of this. So like yeah, there's a lot here. And then like there's also these mid-tones, so it's not fully shaded in dark here. But this and this part are the same. And then it just gets much more lighter as we go ahead. So it really is quite interesting breaking it down. And I look forward to doing more of this. I am gonna finish that piece. Um, but I spent too much time messing around with OBS and ultimately going over the time that I would have wanted to be streaming. I wanted to be streaming for 4 hours, but now ended up streaming for a little under 2 hours. Sucks, but um, I'll try to stream again on Thursday rather than Saturday, and change up the schedule for next week because of the holidays. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. So I'd say I got a good amount of learning. I mean, like, even if you're drawing once or if you're not drawing full pieces, just drawing more, even if it isn't a finished piece, a sketch, an observation, something I just did was perfect. I got something to do today. I got something done today, which was that I got better understanding of shading and shapes and form and stuff like that. And I definitely want to figure out shading for digital art as well, because it's not the same as shading for sketchbook, because that's, to be honest, a little bit easier. A little bit easier. So we'll definitely see um how I want to go about doing this. um Not tomorrow, Thursday. So yeah, have a good one, everybody. I will see you when I see you.